Dave Chappelle spoke the truth, man. And that's a lot of things. See, we try to use these similarities and compare stuff. Listen, like I said, I'm only trying to support look, put it like this. Just say the Grand Wizard right was in the middle of the street. Perfect scenario. They were stumping them out. You think I'm just gonna walk by and not stump them out neither? That's what I am. I'm just down. You feel what I'm saying? I'm on cold. All
And
this
that's
other stuff,
but
I'm
that's
on cold.
Yeah, I'm on
but that's
cold too.
but hold on, that's
We
you.
all on
But
code.
the fact that I wouldn't stump nobody out doesn't mean I don't love being black.
You're a woman. You
That's
shouldn't.
Yeah, you ain't got to do that.
We
We'll do
doing it.
that.
okay.
But
Just because
here's the issue.
another black man doesn't want to stump another man out because he's human, regardless of if he's racist or not, doesn't mean that he doesn't love being black.
I
This
said
has
the
nothing.
They
Grand
This
Wizard.
has
stopped our
nothing.
ancestors out, Courtney.
Okay, hold on, Russell. This has nothing really to do with being on code or not. This is if you think that word is powerful enough to affect you by someone saying it that's not even saying it to you. Does that word have enough power to make me upset and to
No,
put my catalog when someone mentions the word nigga?
no.
Okay.
You're right. It don't
If it
bother me
don't
like
have
that.
that much, then how is that not? It has nothing to do with code.
I'm just on code.
Courtney,
That word has no
hold on.
power. Okay.
Until it hits
Hold
home,
on,
guys.
Hold on. Let me get Mr. Know-It-All.
I'm sorry, I have to drop off, but
Thank
you so much, Courtney, for having me. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you for coming up.
Salute to all of
Thank
you. Bye.
Bye. Okay, let me get Mr. Know-It-All.
Hey, Courtney, how you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm good.
What you got?
As far as the power of the N-word, here's the thing: we're damned if we do, or we're damned if we don't, right? Because everything we do is going to be seen as indicative of our entire community. So if somebody says the N-word and we check them, we're too sensitive, we're too easily triggered. If we don't, now we're too docile. You know, to me, as an individual, treat it however you want. If you want to not let it bother you, or if you want to punch somebody in the face, it's up to you. But it's not just the word itself. It's also the connotation, right? There was a time when it just meant black. It was just a literal descriptor for our skin color. And it became negative because it was connotations of black inferiority were attached to the word. So now when you see black people using it, they either use it in maybe a neutral sense or in a positive sense. I do believe that the word out of certain people's mouths and in certain situations can have a different connotation. It's not always negative. Now, in Joe Rogan's situation, I didn't chase down every clip from that compilation, so I don't know what he was talking about. I'll assume for the moment there was context that he wasn't being derogatory. But when you then play a clip of him talking about Planet of the Apes and how he went to a movie theater and it was like he walked into Planet of the Apes, that kind of lends credibility to the fact that maybe in his previous uses of the N-word, even if he wasn't using it as a racial slur, he might have been like, have you ever met one of those white people who like, they seem like they delight in any opportunity they get to say the N-word without repercussion?
Yep.
I kind of got that feeling from him.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was like, okay, here's an opportunity I get to say it, and I'm going to say it because this is a chance for me to say it without people thinking I'm racist. So I don't know. I want to know what you guys think about that, because I've met people who will try to use the N-word in a pseudo academic way because they think like this is an opportunity for me to say it without getting socked in the face.
Hey,
It's
I'm
no
gonna say
different
this
than
and I'm gonna
it's
go,
no.
Courtney.
Yeah, you
I'm
go
gonna say
ahead.
this and I'm gonna go, Courtney.
Okay.
Do you think Joe Rogan will discuss the Berlin situation? Do you think he'll discuss CRT?
I don't know what he's going to discuss.
He said he wanted to have a discussion. I was just asking, do you think he'll discuss something like that?
From what I've watched, Joe Rogan, I don't think anything that is off limits to him. From what I've seen.
Okay. All right. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you so much for coming up, Russell. I appreciate you.
But can I respond to Mr. Know-It-All right quick?
Please.
So, Mr. Know-It-All, peace, brother. It's an honor for you, to have a dialogue with a brother such as educated like you, the brother Hakeem, and Old School that was just on, and Derek, and the other people that have been coming and gracing this panel. And it's most definitely a pleasure to be on here with Courtney. I only support Courtney because she was on code defending black men when she was over there at the Peep Network.
Oh yeah.
When they call our culture trash, when the dude called our culture trash and went in, like, double down on it, you know what I'm saying? And now these same people, when they was about to cancel their platform, I remember, man, they was about to cancel their platform because something had got shown on the screen, and they had asked for the help of black people, the community, to help them. But this was the same show that said that they were not a black show, right?
These
So
are facts.
I mashed that unsubscribe button real fast. And I said, wherever Courtney go, wherever she pop up at, I'm going to support her. Now, I ain't going to say I'm having doubts today. Maybe, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to just say maybe she's looking at it from the India Ari perspective because she came in from that angle. And I get it. That maybe can be an angle to come in from. But the way you just laid it out and the way I had perceived it, I perceived that as this is one of those white guys that when he can use the word and get away with it, and it be like they real slick, they'll use it on you, and you be thinking they all right, but he really saying it in the derogatory term. Like, that term when the white dude called a black man boss, right? Y'all ever been called boss by a white man?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's an insult. That's an insult. We understand the dynamic of systematic manipulation and the tricks, to hide the hand, change the narrative, because that's what they try to do. It's all about the narrative that they control. We're the only ones that are taught to be anti-racist.
Well,
not
that we're the only
ones
who are taught to be anti-racist, but we've also been convinced to teach anti-racism, right? Like now we're the biggest opponents of it as well. And I'm not saying that we should be racist. I'm not saying that, but I don't know. It bothers me in a sense when I see that how easily I'm on the fence in a way. Like, we should be triggered by it. We should not allow people to disrespect us. But at the same time, when we get people know that we're that easily triggered, and so they use us to their benefit, right? Like, if you look at this last election, nobody was really preaching what they were, not in any concrete way, what they were going to do for us as black people. It was, look at what Joe Biden said. He said, if you don't vote for him, you're not black. He's racist. And then they're like, oh yeah, well, look what Trump said. He said this and that makes him racist. And it's like they just know that we're not going to stand with racist. So they appeal to this base, they appeal to like our instincts rather than our intellect. And that part of it, I do kind of resent. And that's why when it comes to Joe Rogan, kind of like, yeah, even if what he said offended you, you kind of got to think, why now? Why now are they trying to get us to complete what they failed to do? They tried to cancel this man and failed.
That's one of the things that I said at the beginning, is that because this word is so loaded and emotional within our community, it is used to push a narrative that they can't. Again, like I said at the very beginning, Joe Rogan's been on this on his platform for over 12 years. Some of the stuff that he was saying was back in I think 2010, 2011. Nothing. And then he started talking about vaccinations, and they couldn't cancel him. Then all of a sudden, it's a montage that came out, and this is where we're at now. If
And
you
where
don't
did it
think they
come
use,
from? Who made it? How did it get in India RE's hands?
so I don't know who made the montage. I have not a clue, but she got it and then went for it.
Isn't
What
that
I'm saying
suspicious
is-
though? Isn't that suspicious though?
But he got
Somebody dug
Okay.
through
he got
all his
exposed,
material.
y'all.
He has been on his platform. No one has said a soul thing to this man.
Cause I don't watch him, so I would have
Like,
probably
he
booed
has a
him
lot
then.
of black. He has over 2 million subs.
And you know how many toe tappers listen to that dude, man?
Okay.
I'm talking about they happily support this guy.
However, I want to respond to this, and this also goes for you from your last comment, what you said about me and Catherine. Okay, blah, blah, blah. I don't agree with everything that she says, and that's completely fine. This is not a cult. It is not. You're not going to agree with everything that I think. This is not an echo chamber. I've said this before. I don't want this platform to be a whole bunch of Negroes chopping it up and just having a good old discussion about everything that we agree with, because that's not how Black America is. We don't agree all the time. We need intelligent Black folks to give their opinion on things that matter. And it's going to be different, but that's how you change things, by getting other people's opinion. Everybody's not going to think like me. Everyone's not going to think like you. And it's okay. But why do you come up with, what do you think? Why is it that you think this way? This is not a cult. I don't want an echo chamber. I don't want everybody on here agreeing with me. That's not what I made this platform for. Is to have good dialogue like this.
We should be agreeing with you.
Why?
I don't think you should.
I thought you was on cold today.
That ain't cold. You just agreeing with me. Every Black person shouldn't be freaking soldiers and just, I don't have a mind. I agree with you say. I'll do what you do. No, that's not how we grow. That's not how we grow. You need a Tupac mentality along with a W.E.B. Du Bois.
No.
You need those.
Courtney know a little bit. WD and
I'm not gonna log off, but that's the only issue, you know, because I agree with certain things you say, JoJo, in certain aspects, but the only issue that I have a lot of times when we having these conversations is that if we don't agree, that's fine, but it's usually like, when you talk about that you're going to unsubscribe, I can understand if somebody just completely just downing their race. They're just completely down their race. Okay, that's fine. But let's say someone like Courtney, because you have a different thought pattern or whatnot, not about everything, just about certain things, to say, well, I think I might unsubscribe but not want to deal with you anymore. That is cult-like mentality. And I can never align with somebody who has that mentality, because if I come up under your camp or your leadership, and as soon as I say, I might not agree with that, heck, you're gonna stop me out. You're gonna kick me out. You're gonna disown me. And so we can't, I'm not finished. We can't have that mentality as Black people to do that, because you can't on one hand say, well, we're not a monolith, but then want us to act like a monolith at the same time in our thinking. This is the same thing with the Democratic Party. Everybody must be Democrat because you're Black. It's the same type of mentality that we continue to perpetuate, just in a different way. So I just think that we got to do away with that. Because you can always learn from somebody, and you always want to know, just like with Joe Rogan, and I'm gonna say it's gonna be done with Joe Rogan. It's not about the N-word. We get caught up in this. He said the N-word. That's not why they're trying to cancel him. They're trying to cancel him because his platform is becoming so big that the media networks and all these people want power over people, and they don't have that same power, and he's gaining traction. So he's becoming a big voice. It's almost like if Courtney was to, get 300 million followers, and now more people are tuning into her. Now the media and the people, the elites, are losing power at that point. And so because they want to maintain power, they have to do any and everything to discredit you. They would do it to anybody, because when you're at that status of being an elite, and you're talking about money and power, it has no color. it has no color. So they would take anyone down. It doesn't matter who you are. And I think sometimes we miss that point because we're so focused on this small segment of something when there's a bigger picture to actually look at. And I think that's what we actually got to start focusing more of, because other than that, they will get us every single time, regardless.
Hey, so in response to you, I get it. I understand. I dig it. I didn't say I was gonna unsubscribe to Courtney.
No, I didn't say you was. I didn't say you was.
No. We ain't even gonna play that right there. Because she stood up too tall, 10-toed down when black men were being attacked and under, our people were under attack. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I appreciate it, Courtney.
She was B1 all day. So she got a friend for life in me. I understand. I'm mature enough to understand, bro, that we ain't gonna agree on everything. But like I say, I think I'm a little bit more seasoned in this area of systematic oppression and white supremacy. So when you say things like the elites are pushing that. They can snatch his panel just like that. That's a game. If you think that he got power, it's the elites that gave him that power. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that all this stuff on the lower level, that we trying to make it seem like it's conspiracy about the vaccine and all that. Man, I don't care about that, John. We been know that stuff wasn't real. Well, if you took it, that was on you. But at the end of the day, I didn't. So check it out. I respect everybody's point of view and stuff like that, but I don't have to subscribe to people that don't align with me on a mental, spiritual, and level of blackness. So I put my people first. She put her people first. That's why I mess with Courtney. So that's why it wouldn't be no, well, I'm unsubscribed. No, she still put her folk first. This just about the word, the N word. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm trying to remove that from my vocabulary myself. Like I'm trying to start cussing all together. You feel me? Like, because I feel that I can open more doors. You know what I'm saying? Go to more places. I can converse with more people. You feel me? Because I know I have a vernacular and a vocabulary that is extensive. I just choose not to use it sometimes. But I'm gonna just, much love. Hey, I appreciate that, Lamar, though. That was a good conversation. And I feel where you're coming from, bro. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I don't believe in this government. I'm pro-black, my brother. Foundation of Black America, man. Black first, B1. Stay up, stay out. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.
I'll talk to you later. Thank you.
All right, Courtney. Thanks for having me.
I can say one thing too about. Oh, sorry. If I could say one thing too about being on code, Malcolm and Martin weren't on the same page, but I would say that they were both on code. Being on code to me just means that in your heart and in your best intentions, you're for the improvement of the Black community. We don't have to agree on how it gets done. And as a matter of fact, I think it's better that we don't agree, because none of us has the proven solution, right?
I'm gonna